Welcome to System CE 302 Surveying and Geometry classes. Let me introducing myself. Myself P. Sadish Kumar, Assistant Professor ADA in Government College of Engineering, Salem. Let we discuss about surveying and geometry. In this subject, we are going to discuss about 5 units. In first unit, the introductions of chain survey and compass survey. So, chain survey used to measure the linear measurements, and compass surveying used to measure the angular measurements. Both are simple and easy method to measure the area and linear measurements. In second unit, we are going to discuss about leveling and its applications. Leveling means you find out the height from the main station, main level. Main level means from the main sea level. To find out the height from the main sea level. And third unit, we are going to discuss about theodolite surveying. So theodolite is an instrument to find out the angles, either horizontal angle or vertical angle. By using this angle, find out the length or area. And fourth way, a tachometric survey and curves. A tachometric is a method to find out the horizontal length and height by using tachometry. Tachometric is an instrument to find out the height and horizontal distance. And also we are going to discuss about curves in fourth unit and different type of curves. What are the different type of curves available? And fifth unit, conception and modern field of surveying system. In this fifth unit, what are the advanced instruments available for surveying and how to construct the building, what are the steps are going to taken. This kind of things we are discussing about in the unit. Let's see about unit 1, introduction to chain survey and compass survey. In this unit we are going to discuss about definitions, classification and basic principles. The basic principles are having to minimize the error. We should follow the basic principle while taking the survey. And classifications of surveying and field work, what are the field work and office work, and different type of chain and method of ranging line, map, scale, adjustment of wrong observation. See, every time we are going to take measurements with some error. If you want to correct the measurement, you need to some adjustment in calculations. In this unit, we are going to discuss about what are the adjustment you are going to take or corrections. What are the corrections made in observations? And next we are going to discuss about compass surveying. So what are the instrument used in compass survey, how to take measurements in compass survey, and what are the terms used in compass survey, and different type of terms used in compass survey like magnetic north, true north, magnetic declinations and dip, etc. and different type of compass is there, prismatic compass and surveyor compass. So mostly we are using prismatic compass, and also discuss about local attraction and its elimination. Local attraction means the magnetic compass, it shows the north direction. Sometimes it shows the false north due to some attractions of steals somebody something you have in hand. So how to eliminate these errors and make a correct reading. And next we see about the definitions of surveying. Surveying is the art of making such a measurement as well as determine the relative position of the point on the surface of the earth. You are going to locate the point by using or referring from some places or some things. It's known as surveying. So relative position of the point on the surface of the earth, in order that shape and extent of any portions of earth surface may be eccentric and declinated on map or plane. It is essentially a process of determining the position of point in the horizontal plane. The main objective of the surveying is to prepare the plan or map. This is the main objective of the surveying. You are taking a measurement by using either giant survey or compass survey or something advanced instrument. So everything taken from the field, you are going to express that reading into the paper format. That paper format is known as map or plane. If it is large scale, is known as map. If it is small scale, is known as plane. Next, the primary divisions of surveying is two types. So one is geodetic survey and plane surveying. Geodetic survey, we are considering earth original shape of, that means the distance between two points should be curved. You see the diagram, two poles are there. If you want take the distance between two poles, the line should be on a curve. Actually this is the real survey, but we are unable to take the curve reading. It's very difficult process, so that sometimes we are considering the surface should be a flat. uh, See the second diagram, that should be flat surface, that means plain terrain. If it is geodetic survey, geodetic survey is also called tachometrical survey. It is necessary to take into account the curvature of earth, since the large distance and area are covered. Since the shape of the earth is spheroidal, the line connecting any two points on the surface of the earth is curved or is an arc of the great circle. In plane surveying, the curvature of earth is not taken into the account as the survey extends over the small area. The earth's surface is considered as a plane, the line connecting any two points as a straight line. So difference between two plane survey is the difference between geodetic survey and plane survey is plane survey is an actual survey which we are considering the shape of the earth, so means the distance between two points is curve or arc. In plane survey, you take it as a flat surface. The earth should be flat. That means plain area, plain terrain. So it's a linear one. If the American survey put the limit for 250 square kilometer for treated survey as a plane. And next we discuss about classifications. Classification may be variety of birds. A first classification based on nature of the field of the survey, and second classification based on the object of the survey, and third one classification based on method of employed in survey, and fourth one classification based on instrumental employed. So which instrument you are going to use, like that. First of all, classification based upon the nature of the field of survey. So where we are going to use the surveying, that means first we are going to see about land survey, marine or navigation survey, astronomical survey. In land survey, having different type of surveying that let me discuss later. And marine and navigation survey, we know in water field we are using marine survey for navigation system, for navigation purpose. And astronomical survey, so astronomical surveys deals with latitude, departures, azimuth, like that. And next classification based on object of the survey. Object: archaeological survey for unearthing relics of antiquity, and geological survey for determining the different strata in the earth crust. Mine survey for exploring minerals wealth such as gold, coal, etc. Military survey for determining the point of strategy importance, both offense and defense. And next classification based upon the method employed in surveying. Either we are going to calculate the area either in triangulations method or traversing method. Triangulations by using triangle and applying trigonometry formula and find out the record data. Similarly, traversing. And the next classifications based on instrument employed. It's a common thing, common classifications. The first one is Chain survey, theodolite survey, tachometric survey, compass survey, plane table survey, and photographic and aerial surveying. These are the instruments used in surveying, though is called which instrument employed for surveying purpose as a common classifications. And land survey may be further subdivided into following classes. Topographic survey for determining the natural features of the country such as hills, valley, river, etc. Cadastral survey, which is additional details such as boundaries of the field, houses and other properties. City survey for laying out the plot and construction street, water supply system and sewer. Engineering survey for determining the quantity and for collecting the data for the design of engineering work such as road, highways, railways, etc. Further, engineering survey may be subdivided into organization survey, preliminary survey, location survey. Preliminary surveys determine the feasibility and rough cost of the scheme. Preliminary survey for collecting the more precision data to choose the best location for the work and to estimate the exact quantity and cost. Location survey for using for setting out the work on the ground. Let's see the uses of surveying. To know the relative position and shape of the topography. To establish the boundary line of the property. To find the area of the boundary. To calculate the volume of the earthwork. To select the suitable site for engineering work. Work of surveyor is divided into three categories. The first one, field work, office work, and care and adjustment of instruments. Let we discuss about field work. The field work consists of measuring a distance and angles, locating the detail, recording the field note, determine the relative attitude of the point, and setting up of the boundaries, buildings, road, culvert, bridges, etc. In office work, the preparation of plan and a section from the data collected in the field, compute the axis and volumes, and design the structures. These are the office work. And carrying of instrument while taking the instrument or submitting the instrument, you should take care of the instrument. Next, principle of surveying. The major principle of this surveying is two. So one is to work from the whole, and second one to fix the position of the new station by at least two independent processes. The first one is work from the whole, means if you are taking the measure surveying to find out the area of the given field, you should take the precision surveying in outer boundary. After that, you take the surveying in inside the boundary. That means the error will be minimized. Second one, to fix the position of new station by at least two independent processes. the measurement of distance, having different type of instruments available to find out the measurements or distance. Facing piezometer, pedometer, odometer, speedometer, judging a distance and time measurements. And this last was just an approximate. So everything is an approximate only of the various method of determining distance. The most accurate and common method in this method of measurement distance with the chain or tape is called chain. Chain survey, simplest form of land surveying. Chain survey is the method of surveying in which the area divided into network of triangle and the length of the side of the triangles are measured with a chain or tape without using an angle measuring instruments. In well-conditional triangle, the triangle whole angles are greater than 30 degree and less than 120 degree is called well-conditioned triangle. The purpose of training to obtain the necessary data for the boundary of the land, to find the area of the land, to collect the necessary data for preparing plan, re-establishing the boundary of the earth, divide, divide the land into number of units, size or plot. Limitations is not suitable for large and crowded areas. Next, chain survey. These are the three operations involved in chain surveying, major operations. The first one is ranging and chaining and offset. The instrument used for chain survey: chain, tape, arrows, peg, ranging rod, offset, lumber, crossstaff, hammer, etc. That's all.